save your ammo.
There's too many of these things still out here.
I'll take care of it. Is that all you got?
Milla Jovovich is an American actress, producer, singer, model, and designer. She succeeds in everything she undertakes and proves that, if desired, you can move mountains. In this video, we'll tell you how the creative path of the strong-willed actress began and what exciting things are happening in her life now.
Now.
Milla Jovovich, how the star of fantasy action films lives and where she spends her millions.
My name is Alice, and this is my world.
Milista Bogdanova Jovovich, known professionally as Milla Jovovich, was born in Kiev on December 17, 1975. Her mother, Galina Loganova, was a Soviet actress who appeared in several movies by the time her daughter was born. Galina is Russian by nationality, and her ancestors come from Tula. The father of the future celebrity, Bogdan Jovovich, a Serb by birth, worked as a general practitioner. The man came from Yugoslavia as a student to study at a USSR university and met his love in Kiev. By the way, our hero's grandfather once participated in an attempted coup in Yugoslavia. Having been defeated, he fled with his like-minded people to Odessa, where he lived for some time. Later, Milla joked she was rebellious because of her grandfather. In early childhood, Jovovich often changed her place of residence. For some time, she lived with her parents in Dnipropetrovsk, where she attended kindergarten. Still, she spent most of her childhood in Moscow, where her mother worked as an actress. In those years, international marriages undoubtedly attracted the attention of the Soviet authorities. Hence, the Jovovich family was under the supervision of the KGB. The girl's father could not extend the visa, so he left the country. At the same time, our hero's mother no longer received work offers. Unable to find a decent job and be together in the Soviet Union, the family decided to emigrate. In 1980, 5-year-old Milla moved to London with her parents, and a year later, they decided to fulfill the American dream in the USA. The family lived in Sacramento for several months, after which they settled in Los Angeles. But their dreams of becoming successful quickly collapsed. The girl's mother couldn't continue her acting career due to the great competition and the Russian accent. Her father, who failed to get a doctor's license in the United States, had problems with the law due to fraud with health insurance. To feed the family, her parents got a job as servants in the house of Hollywood director Brian De Palma. Financial and household problems led to divorce of the parents of the future celebrity. A few years later, the man had an affair with an Argentine woman who gave birth to his son Marco. As a child, Milla saw her half-brother very rarely. Like Milla, Marco's life with his father wasn't easy. In 1994, Bogdan was sentenced to 20 years in prison for fraud, but served only 5 years. As Milla said, this experience only benefited her father because he became a better man after his release. The future movie star went to first grade in Los Angeles and quickly mastered English. After 3 months, she was just like the local kids. Despite this, classmates did not accept Jovovich. Because of the consequences of the Cold War between the United States and the USSR, American children were hostile to immigrants from the Soviet Union. They mocked the girl, calling her a Russian spy and a commie, which made her feel lonely. Left alone with the child, Galina gave up trying to break through in Hollywood and directed all her efforts to raising her daughter. She invested the money she earned in her education. The girl attended acting courses, studied ballet, and took piano and guitar lessons. At the age of 9, Jovovich tried herself as a model. The girl's manager was her mother. Galina organized photo shoots and traveled with her daughter all over the U.S. to auditions. At that time, she decided to change her name to Milla because it sounded more harmonious in English. Due to constant traveling, the girl often had to do her homework in the car, sleep there, and prepare for a new casting. The efforts were not in vain, and in 1986, the photo of 11-year-old Jovovich was on the cover of the Italian Italian lay magazine. After that, the famous American photographer Richard Avedon offered her a photo shoot for the Mademoiselle magazine. It was aimed at an adult audience, so the photo of the underage Milla caused a public response. The issue of child labor in show business became the main topic of debates on many American talk shows for several months. The hype around Jovovich's age only benefited her. Many magazines wanted to collaborate with the young model. In just a year, Milla appeared on the covers of 15 magazines. At the age of 12, our hero signed her first modeling contract. Due to the heavy workload, she dropped out of 7th grade to focus on a modeling career. The girl began shooting advertisements for famous brands, including Revlon, Christian Dior, Guess, Hugo Boss, and Calvin Klein. Also, Milla appeared in such magazines as Vogue, The Face, and Cosmopolitan. Milla was earning about $3,000 for one shooting day. Despite such success in modeling, Jovovich's mother still wanted to see her daughter as a Hollywood actress. The girl was making progress in acting courses and was okay with building an acting career. In 1988, 13-year-old Jovovich made her film debut playing a minor role in the erotic drama Two Moon Junction. In the same year, she appeared in an episode of the TV series Paradise and starred in the adventure movie The Night Train to Kathmandu.
You know how we were talking in the garden about honesty? If you've done something, if you're in trouble, let me help. I care about what happens to you.
Later, the young actress appeared in the comedy series Married with Children and Parker Lewis Can't Lose. In 1991, Milla played the lead role in the adventure drama Return to the Blue Lagoon.
Lily?
Yes.
Friends?
Oh, yes. Always.
According to the script, her character, Lily, was supposed to appear naked in the frame. Since the girl was only 15 during filming, a scandal broke out after the premiere. Many film critics reacted negatively to Jovovich's participation in erotic scenes. Despite public attention, the film was a box office failure. Moreover, the actress received a nomination for the Golden Raspberry as the Worst New Star. However, Milla herself later called this film the worst in her career. At the same time, she starred in the crime thriller Cuffs, released in 1992. Then, her filmography was enriched by the movies Chaplin, Gentleman Who Fell, and Dazed and Confused. In the latter, Milla played Michelle, the on-screen girlfriend of actor Shawn Andrews. During the filming, feelings flared up between the young people, and just a few days later, they secretly married each other in Las Vegas. However, Jovovich's mother was against this marriage and ensured its annulment since Milla was only 16 years old. Having grown up, the actress regretted her act and blamed it on adolescence and a desire to get independent from her mother as soon as possible. By the way, Jovovich admitted in an interview that she was a terrible teenager. During that period, she abused alcohol and illegal substances, organized brawls in shopping malls, and engaged in credit card fraud. In 1993, the girl had an affair with actor Stephen Dorff, but soon the couple broke up. After the premiere of Dazed and Confused, the girl was very disappointed because they cut most of her scenes, although she was actively promoting the project. As a result, Milla decided to put her film career on pause and take up music, moving to London. During the same period, she received U.S. citizenship. In London, Jovovich met musician Stuart Zender, who later became the bass guitar player of her musical band. For some time, the young people were in a romantic relationship. In 1994, our hero released her debut album, The Divine Comedy. She worked on it for 6 years. Interesting fact, in Dazed and Confused, Milla played a guitar snippet of one of the songs that eventually appeared in this album. The girl wrote the lyrics and composed the music for almost all tracks herself, except for the Ukrainian folk song, In a Glade. Although the album was not a commercial success, the critics highly praised it. After releasing the album, Jovovich went on a small tour of Europe and North America. Meanwhile, Milla continued to shoot for fashion magazines. During one of these shootings, she met photographer Mario Sorrenti, with whom she had a fleeting affair in 1996. At the same time, the famous French director Luc Besson looked for an actress for the role of the alien Lilu in his new movie The Fifth Element. About 1,000 actresses took part in the audition, including our hero. She wore a short dress, high heels, and put gold paint on her face to look like an alien. But such an appearance shocked the director, and he refused her. However, when Milla accidentally met Besson in Los Angeles a few days later, she did not miss the opportunity to remind him that she was the actress he refused. After meeting in a relaxed atmosphere and being impressed by her perseverance, Luke approved Jovovich for the role. However, the director forbade Milla to engage in music, use illegal drugs, and generally lead a wild lifestyle during filming. Instead, she spent 8 months perfecting her acting skills in London. Moreover, Jovovich had to learn the alien language invented by Besson, which her character speaks in the movie. Of course, she improvised too. By the time filming was over, Milla and Luke could chat with each other in a fictional language, which delighted the crew. The Fifth Element premiered in 1997.
Me, fifth element. Supreme being. Me, protect you.
The science fiction action film became iconic and brought our hero worldwide fame. At the same time, her acting received mixed reviews from critics. Jovovich received a nomination for the Saturn Award as Best Supporting Actress, but at the same time was the Golden Raspberry nominee. Also, Milla received a nomination for the MTV Channel Award for Best Fight. The film's budget was $90 million, which at that time made The Fifth Element the highest budget movie shot outside of Hollywood. However, the profit exceeded the expenses. After all, the box office amounted to about $264 million. On the wave of success, a video game of the same name was released 2 years later. During the filming, a stormy romance began between Jovovich and Besson. Luke abandoned his wife, Maiwin Lebesco, to be with the girl. Maiwin starred in this movie too. At the end of 1997, 22-year-old Milla and 38-year-old Luke officially married. In 1998, the girl released her second album, The People Tree Sessions, which, like the previous ones, received positive reviews from critics. A year later, she formed an experimental band called Plastic Has Memory, in which she sang and played electric guitar. Meanwhile, Jovovich starred in the sports drama He Got Game, playing a girl of easy virtue. She also appeared as the warrior Joan of Arc in the historical drama The Messenger, the story of Joan of Arc, directed by Luc Besson.
But I swear to you that even if these English were hanging from the clouds by their fingertips, we would pull them down before nightfall.
Despite the famous name of her character, the film was a box office failure, and Milla again became the Golden Raspberry nominee. After the premiere of this movie, the actress's marriage cracked. Rumors say Milla and Luke often quarreled and were desperately jealous of each other. Jovovich was the one who wanted the divorce, so she left the former husband all the jointly acquired property because of guilt. In 2000, the girl starred in the romance movie The Claim and the drama The $1 Million Hotel. In the latter, she played the mentally ill Eloise.
I'm crazy and I got my certificate. And anyway, whatever you do, they're just gonna run me back to St. Timothy's. But I'm not insured, so...
Who, according to the script, walks barefoot throughout the film. Hence, Milla also walked barefoot for 2 months before the filming began to get used to it. Her partner on the set was Jeremy Davies, with whom, according to rumors, our hero was in a short relationship. After that, she started an affair with musician John Frusciante, but after 7 months, she broke up with him because she realized the man was fixated on his work too much. Another boyfriend of the actress at that time was the poet Anno Birkin. The young people had been friends for many years, and at one point, the friendship turned into love. However, in November 2001, Birkin died in a car accident, a month before his 21st birthday. This tragedy devastated Jovovich, and she devoted herself entirely to work to cope with it. In 2001, Milla appeared in the movie Zoolander. The following year, she voiced a character in the cartoon King of the Hill and starred in such movies as Dummy, You Stupid Man, No Good Deed, and Resident Evil. The latter is based on the video game of the same name. In the movie, the actress plays Alice, the woman who must destroy a virus that turns people into zombies.
The virus screen for the antivirus. There's a cure.
What are you talking about?
There's a cure.
The process can be reversed.
Professional dancers played the zombies, and Jovovich performed almost all the tricks herself. The only exception was the jump into the sewer. She and other actors underwent special training like rock climbing and handling weapons, but it was not without injuries. During filming, Milla accidentally injured the director and 3 crew members. At the same time, the cuts and bruises on her character are real. She didn't even need makeup. In an interview, Milla stated that she decided to participate in this project because of her brother Marco, a fan of video games. By the way, the actors who performed the lead roles had to play this video game to the end to understand their characters as much as possible before filming. The movie received negative reviews from critics but became commercially successful, grossing more than $100 million. At the same time, the role of Alice became one of the best in Jovovich's career. She was also nominated for the Saturn Award. During the filming, the actress met the love of her life. Her chosen one was the director of the project, Paul Anderson. After the premiere of the film, the couple announced their engagement. In 2003, Milla and her model friend, Carmen Hawk, launched the Jovovich Hawk clothing line. The first line, released in limited quantities, became very successful. However, after 5 years, the friends closed the brand as its development required a lot of time. However, Milla is proud that the experience helped her create images for her character in the subsequent installments of the Resident Evil franchise. Meanwhile, Milla continued her modeling career. In 1998, she became an ambassador for the cosmetics brand called L'Oreal. And in the early 2000s, Jovovich was the muse of designer Miuccia Prada. In 2004, Forbes named Milla the highest-paid model of the year, earning $10.5 million. By then, the number of covers with Milla on them had already exceeded 100. Despite such success, Jovovich admits that modeling has never been her priority, but thanks to high income in this area, she can be more selective about film projects. In 2004, the actress starred in Resident Evil Apocalypse.
They did something to me. I barely feel human anymore.
We should keep moving before the sound attracts anything.
The actress admitted she was claustrophobic, so shooting a scene where her character was supposed to be in a small tank was very hard. After that, her filmography was enriched by the movies Point 45 and Ultraviolet. In the latter, Milla played the super soldier Violet.
Why are you doing this?
Because I hate humans with every fiber of my being. And I'll kill every single one of them. Almost as quickly as they'll try and kill me.
The film's director, Kurt Wimmer, wrote the script, imagining Jovovich in the lead role. Before filming began, he asked Milla to punch him to get an idea of the strength of her blow. For the next few days, the director had a big black eye, yet the movie received negative reviews from critics and barely recouped the budget. In 2007, our hero starred in Resident Evil Extinction, the third installment, which was no less successful than the previous parts.
Using me.
What do you mean?
They were tracking me. I couldn't be around you, any of you. I would have gotten you all killed.
In the same year, the actress became a mother for the first time, giving birth to her daughter ever. Milla and Paul married only 2 years after the birth of their first child. The lovers did not want to arrange a luxurious wedding, so it took place in their own house with only the closest people invited to the holiday. For 2 years, Milla did not act in movies, devoting herself to motherhood. She returned to the silver screen in 2009, starring in The Fourth Kind and The Perfect Getaway. The following year, her filmography was enriched by the films Stone, Resident Evil Afterlife, and Dirty Girl. In the latter, she played the mother of the lead character.
This is Clark. He's from school.
Sue Ann, I'm Danielle's mom, but you wouldn't know it to look at me.
It's a totally gross thing to say.
Well, people think we're sisters all the time.
In 2011, Jovovich starred in the adventure thriller The Three Musketeers and the crime thriller Faces in the Crowd, where she also acted as an executive producer. Milla also appeared in the drama Bringing Up Bobby. There, she played the Ukrainian con artist ready to choose her son's happiness over her criminal activities.
As God is my witness, I shall never stop eating again. If I have to lie, cheat, steal, or kill, I will never stop eating again.
One should note that Milla is fluent in 4 languages: English, Russian, French, and Serbian. The following year, the audience saw Milla as Alice in the 5th installment of Resident Evil. The role in Resident Evil Retribution brought the actress a nomination for the Golden Raspberry Award.
Let's go. Wait. You hear that? You know what it is?
I have an idea.
Later, the movies Cymbeline and Survivor added to the filmography of our hero. In 2015, Milla became a mother for the second time, giving birth to her daughter, Dashiell. The actress began filming in Resident Evil: The Final Chapter during pregnancy, so the crew had to hide her rounded tummy. After the birth, filming continued. Jovovich took her newborn to the set, where she breastfed her between takes. By the way, her eldest daughter, 8-year-old Ever, also played in the movie. The girl always dreamed of becoming an actress, but Milla was against it because she believed that her daughter would deprive herself of childhood. However, Paul, her husband, persuaded her to allow Ever to express herself, and indeed, the girl coped with the role perfectly.
You were better than all of them.
I was one of them. I was created by Umbrella. Just an instrument for them.
No, you became something more than they could ever have anticipated.
The movie, released in 2016, became the final part of the zombie saga. Around the same time, the audience saw Jovovich in the comedy Zoolander 2. A year later, she appeared in the drama Shock and Awe.
If they want a war, they're gonna get one. And there's nothing that you or the First Amendment is gonna do to stop them.
In 2017, a tragedy occurred in the life of the actress. In the 5th month of pregnancy, Milla had a miscarriage. After the incident, she fell into a deep depression, but managed to cope with everything on her mind. In 2018, Jovovich starred in the fantasy action movie Future World and voiced the character of the animated series Robot Chicken. The following year, her filmography was enriched by such movies as Paradise Hills, The Rookies, and Hellboy. In the latter, she played the Blood Queen.
I see a new path laid out before me. One that would lead to far greater glory. And your Hellboy is the key.
Hellboy? Where are we going with this? I don't understand.
In 2020, Milla starred in the adventure thriller Monster Hunter in the role of Artemis, a member of the UN security team.
No, I don't care what the hell that thing is. We do what we do best. We fight and we survive. No matter what the odds. You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
In the same year, the family welcomed their third daughter, Osha, into the world. Soon after, the actress decided to put her career on pause to pay more attention to her family. Jovovich enjoys spending time at home, walking the dog, and working in the garden. She skillfully combines the role of a caring mother and wife and admits that the secret of her successful marriage is the absence of rivalry and jealousy. Milla carefully monitors the family's nutrition and cooks almost everything herself. She says she loves Italian and Russian cuisine. Jovovich has been practicing yoga and meditation for many years. She also enjoys jiu-jitsu and karate. Thanks to this, she looks great at the age of 47. The actress devotes her free time to music, drawing, and art history. In an interview, she admitted she has kept a personal diary since childhood. It's a habit she inherited from her mother. In the future, our hero plans to publish an autobiography. In 2022, Milla Jovovich emotionally spoke on her Instagram about the Russian invasion of Ukraine with the words, "My country and people being bombed." A year later, she joined the charity art project called Love Letters to Ukraine and read a touching poem about the destructive war and her love for Ukraine. Recently, the actress returned to filming. At the beginning of 2024, the audience will see Milla in the fantasy action movie In the Lost Lands. Also, she'll appear in the film Breathe, the filming of which has already been completed. Moreover, she will soon join the filming of the movie Hummingbird. Now, the celebrity's net worth is around $80 million. Over the years of her career, Milla has signed advertising contracts with many well-known brands, including Balmain, LA Gear, Morella, Mango, Johnny Walker, and others. The actress also appeared in advertisements for Toyota cars and the video game World of Tanks. Jovovich pays special attention to charity, allocating money to funds that fight cancer, HIV infection, and AIDS. Together with her husband, Milla owns several properties. In 2005, the couple bought a townhouse with an area of 3,100 square feet in New York's West Village for $6.4 million. Since 2009, the property was for rent for $20,000 to $25,000 per month until they sold it for $6.7 million in 2013. In 2007, the couple purchased a villa in Beverly Hills worth $8.5 million. The villa has an area of about 10,800 square feet, with 7 bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen dining room, and covered terraces. On the grounds, there is a swimming pool with a seating area and a luxurious garden. The couple brought up their children and had their wedding in this house. In 2022, they put the property up for sale for $14 million. In 2016, the couple purchased a mansion in minimalist style in Beverly Hills for $4 million. It includes 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, spacious living rooms, a kitchen, dining room, dressing rooms, and a home theater. The territory has a swimming pool, a lawn, and a garage for 2 cars. They bought this property as an investment, so Jovovich did not live there, but rented it out for $20,000 a month. In 2021, they sold it for $4.6 million. In 2022, Milla and Paul purchased an estate in the Hollywood Hills for $10.2 million. The actress owns a small collection of cars, which includes an Aston Martin DB9 worth $190,000, a Mercedes-Benz SL Class for $100,000, a Range Rover Vogue for $86,000, a Lexus SC 430 for $70,000, and a Lexus RX 400 for $45,000. Nowadays, it's hard to find a person who hasn't heard of Milla Jovovich. Many people love her for her straightforwardness and great sense of humor. Do you like the hero of this video?
And this is my story. The end of my story.
If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything interesting.